everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty He Is Risen Easter wreath. I'm going to be making an Easter wreath using this He Is Risen sign. These are the ribbons I've chosen to use. I might change them up. I decided to do jute because of the brown in here, which matches the ribbon. And I'm going to do a purple base. So I'm going to do poof, ruffle, and this ribbon. I'm going to start by adding my pipe cleaners to my frame. I'm pulling 2 of them out because that's going for my sign, which I'm going to do next. So I'm going to add a pipe cleaner to each crossbar on the center. I go over the 2 bars. I get them about even, and then I twist it 3 times pretty tightly. And then I just kind of push them out of the way. And I'll go around and do this for all of the center crossbars. You end up with 6. I do the outside pipe cleaners different. I'm going to add one to any crossbar to start. Again, twisting 3 times. But instead of adding at each crossbar, I'm just going to lay the pipe cleaners along the frame on the second from the outside bar. Where the pipe cleaners end is where I'm going to add my next one. And I'm going to do that going all the way around. I end up with 8 on the outside. So I have a total of 14 pipe cleaners total. If you do it correctly, the first one you started at, the last one should line up at the same crossbar when you lay it down. If it's a little bit off, it's not a big deal because once you add everything in, you're not going to tell a difference. Alright, so I like to open up my outside bars, and then I'm going to start adding my 20-inch mesh. Yeah, 20-inch mesh. The wrapper came off of this one, so it's a little messy. I'm just going to use a zip tie to attach it at the crossbar. Just gather it all up, pull it straight. I like to attach it at the crossbar that has the pipe cleaner so that when I end at this section, when I end in this pipe cleaner, it completes a perfect circle. Alright. And I'm just going to trim everything away. I like to push the mesh to the back before I cut it off. That way it kind of keeps to the back. It's not a big deal if it comes to the front. It's just a habit. Don't cut your pipe cleaner. You'll mess up your scissors. My scissors do not want to cut it. These are new scissors. Okay. I'm going to use my board to measure. I'm going to do 12-inch poofs. And I'm going to start by taking my hand in like a C, grabbing it. I'll hold the wreath form, this hand at the 12, kind of turn it to where it's going to go straight across, and then just pull it to the 1, and then attach it. Now if you're just doing the poof method, you'll want to do this until your poof looks as perfect as you want it to be. Because I'm adding so much stuff on top, I'm not going to concern myself with it being a little lopsided. But if you are just doing the poof method, you do want your poofs to look really nice. See how it's kind of wonky right here? You're not going to be able to tell that once everything's on top. Sometimes mesh has a mind of its own. I think it does that when the mesh gets a little twisted and uneven as you're pulling it. So I'm just going to go around and finish the outside. So I'm at my last poof. I'm going to pull it out to 12. And then I'm going to pull my pipe cleaners around and just lay this on top of the zip tie and then twist the pipe cleaner. I'm twisting 1.5 times and pushing out so I don't accidentally grab it when I'm on the inside. I'm just going to open my ties. I'm going to pull the mesh up to the closest pipe cleaner to where I finished. And then I'm just going to twist it once. And then just keep making my poofs. Okay, on my last poof for the inside. Going to pull it out, and then I'm going to open the pipe cleaner that I started, that I pulled in, and then that's how I finish the poofs. Alright, I'm going to cut this away. Then I'm just going to use another zip tie to attach it. I like to pull them apart and add the pipe cleaner, the zip tie to the back. I'm just going to put it under the crossbar, if I could get it under there. And then wrap it around. Then just trim it away. And I do like to push it towards the front. You don't want anything sharp sticking out of the back. And then trim it away again. Alright, so there's my poof. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the pipe cleaners glued to my sign because it takes a little bit for it to dry. And you definitely want it to be completely dried. I wish I still had my staples, my staple gun. I have no idea where it's at. Alright. This lid sticks, so I'm just going to do a line of E6000. And it holds really well. Then I'm going to put my pipe cleaners as evenly as I can. Then I will add my hot glue to the top of it. So this way you get the instant dry of the hot glue, but the strong hold of the E6000. So I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. Real fast, I wanted to show you that I'm going to use some cardboard to put over the pipe cleaners. This just makes me feel better about it sticking. It's probably not necessary, but the hot glue tends to go on either side of the pipe cleaner, and I really want it to hold on there. So this way this holds to the sign as well as the pipe cleaner. This is 30 feet. Yes, 30 feet. That comes out to about 25 inches per section for a 14-inch wire frame with the 14 ties. I usually cut mine at 24 just because my mat is 24 inches. You can cut them smaller if you want to, or larger, but you'll end up using more than one roll, and I don't want to do that. So with my mat, it has places where I use it more than other places, and it ends up getting really worn out. So when I pull it out to the 24, I grab it and then I just push it to where there's a spot that's clear, and then that's where I'll cut it. And that way my mat lasts a little longer. It's supposed to be self-healing, but it's not. So I'll go through and cut 14 of these. Now I'm going to ruffle my jute, which is really good mesh, by the way. It's really sturdy. I got this from Craft Outlet, so that might have something to do with it. This mesh, I'm not sure where I got it, but it wasn't that bad. It was pretty sturdy. I bought a lot of stuff when AC Moore went out of business, so that may be where I got it from. So I'm just going to ruffle. I'm going to try to stay as center as I can with my fingers as I go through. I end up with my ruffle. Just going to stick it into my pipe cleaner. Give it a really good twist and fluff. And you kind of want to overlap the ruffle. It's pretty. Alright, I'll show you again. Take it, and you take these fingers and grab and pull, and then you lift. Grab, pull, lift. And then you'll just do that going all the way down. You do want to put it in here centered. That's very important because you want your ruffles to be uniform. And then overlap them to create your nice circle. Then you do want to fluff them against each other so nothing's pushed down. Now I'll go through and finish doing the top. I'm going to quickly show you how I do the outside, which is pretty much the same way as the inside. Alright, so I'm going to open my pipe cleaners. Not like open them, just like spread them out. And then just stick the mesh in there. I can find my pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist it, and it's kind of turned to the side, which is really nice. It gives it nice coverage. But when you have it on the outside, now you're going to want to fluff the inside and on the sides. So you just fluff a little bit more than doing the inside ones. This is what it looks like after you add all of the jute. It's pretty nice. I like the brown with the purple. Now I'm going to cut my ribbons, and I'm just going to cut them at 12 inches. I need 7 of each because I'm going to put 2 in each section. So I'm just going to use my 12-inch piece of cardboard just to help me measure it. Turn it the right way. I just kind of like to tuck a little piece over so it doesn't accidentally pull down. No, I'll just twist it. I'm going to do it 7 times. So that counts as 1 because of the way I cut it. Just slide your scissors in and trim it away. There we go. I end up with 7 pieces. So I'm going to go through and cut the rest. I will dovetail the ends. And I'll just show you how I do that real quick. And you don't have to do that. This is smaller ribbon, so you could leave it square like that, or you could just do an angle cut. But I want to dovetail it. So I just fold it in half and then just cut from the wire to the crease at an angle. And I got 2 pieces. You can do 1 at a time, or you can do more than 2. Whatever your scissors can handle. And I'll go through and cut on my ribbon. I went through and stacked my ribbon the way I want to place it. I'm going to put these 2 together. I usually don't mix cream and white, but for some reason for this wreath I just think it works with the sign because the sign's white and it's got the brown around the edges. I wish I had some daisies. I only have 1, but that would be really cute to add to the wreath. So I'm just going to fold it in half, and crease it, and then pinch at the crease. And then I like to start on the inside. I'm going to twist it 3 times. And then I'm just going to use my glue stick to roll it down. And fluff my ribbon. And when you're using smaller ribbon like this, the 1.5 inch or 2 inch ribbons, you could do more than 2 in each section. Here, I'll show you again. I did this solid one with the smaller stripes. Just fold it in half, pinch it in the center, add that pinch into the pipe cleaner, twist 3 times, roll it down, and fluff. I did stack them opposite so that the purple and the brown would be opposite on those. You don't have to do that. You could actually just fluff them separately. I fluff the same way every time, so it's just easier to stack it that way. But I'm going to go through and finish doing the inside. I finished adding the ribbon to the inside. Now I'm just going to go around the outside. And I do it exactly the same way. I just fluff it a little differently. I'll show you. And actually this ribbon's so thin I don't necessarily have to do it. I can still make an X. It kind of naturally ends up doing that though, where it kind of goes straight across and then out. I like that better than the X's coming up here because I don't want to overlap the ribbons. So now I'm just going to go through and finish adding all my ribbons. This is what it looks like after I add all the ribbon. You can see it measures about 24 inches. Now I'm going to add my sign, and you could add a bow, you could add flowers, you could add mesh tubing. That would be cute. I just got to figure out where I want to put it. I think right here is nice. Alright, so I'm just going to feed the pipe cleaners through to the back, but I want to move the ribbons kind of out of the way first so they don't get hidden behind the sign. Just make a spot for it. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to pull apart the mesh and just kind of push the pipe cleaners to the back. And I'll just twist it around the frame. You don't want to twist too hard or like pull it too much because you don't want it to smush into the wreath. Alright, I'll do the same thing over here. Okay, I'm just going to tuck in the pipe cleaners. Make sure they're not sticking out. That's it. That's how I made my He Is Risen spring Easter wreath. Thank you so much for watching. If y'all have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can always email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if y'all enjoyed my video or learned anything today, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.